Welcome to the American Society for Nutrition's new president interview. My name is Melanie Dare, ASN Member Services Specialist, and I am honored and delighted to introduce you to the 2022 to 2023 ASN President, Dr. Martha Belury, who began her term as ASN President on July 1st, 2022. Thank you for taking the time to conduct this interview with me, Dr. Belury.
Thank you, Melanie, for having me today.
All right, without further ado, I'm looking forward to get to know more about you. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself and the path that led you to a career in the field of human nutrition?
Yeah, so human nutrition appealed to me early on in college when I was interested in doing something in the medical realm, but I knew I wanted to work with people and discover new things. And I had the opportunity as an undergraduate student to work in a laboratory, which I never thought I would really love. I just thought I should get that experience. And I fell in love with research. And I fell in love with research and nutrition because I saw how mechanistically nutrients can interact with the body to make the body work better.
That is so interesting. I myself would love to hear more about that. What was your primary research focus and the work done by your lab?
I had the opportunity to work in the laboratory of actually two mentors at that time, and they had a joint project looking at how dietary fatty acids, especially omega-3 fatty acids, could inhibit carcinogenesis. And we looked at how it worked in mouse models where we found they had no effect at all. So my first introduction to science is often your hypothesis isn't going to work out the way you think it will.
Yeah, and I think that's something that we can all learn from in life, not just in the scientific world. That leads me to think you probably have a lot of experience with like setbacks and successes. If you had one piece of advice for graduate students or for early career members, what would it be?
When I had my dissertation project not work the way we thought it should, my mentors were absolutely stellar role models in showing me how to follow the science, no matter what you find, and how to keep chipping away at your questions. And because of their role modeling of resilience and also curiosity, I really picked up on those characteristics, and I love seeking new ways to answer questions by developing new questions. And so as I look at people coming up through sciences, getting their degrees, getting their first jobs as independent scientists, either in academia or industry, one of my probably top recommendations is to keep looking for role models and mentors and collaborators who are stimulating in the science they do. And of course, I always appreciate when someone's patient and kind, because my two role models as a PhD student certainly were that to me.
And I'm sure that those that you are mentoring right now appreciate that about you and what your mentors have passed to you as well. I'm sure that your mentors are looking at you fondly and proudly as you stand here as ASN's new president. Just to switch gears, what is your top presidential priority during your term as president of ASN?
If I could sum up my top priority as president of ASN, it would be that ASN continues to be a magnet for nutrition sciences in all realms, if it's basic molecular nutrition biology all the way up to clinical trials to policy practice. And of course, now we know even in how that impacts the environment and how the environment impacts nutrient and nutrition availability. So I would say my top priority is to continue to help ASN develop as a magnet or a hub for nutrition, and ASN being one of the leading societies that can establish trust in science and trust in nutrition science specifically.
Yes, and I agree that that's incredibly important work. And ASN actually has an incredible opportunity this year. The White House Conference on Hunger, Nutrition, and Health will be held later this month on Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. What do you think will be an outcome of the conference?
You know, as a registered dietitian and also a nutrition biologist in my research program of my own, I see how dietetic practice and nutrition really are key in helping establish and keep each other going. So if we have better trust in nutrition research science by the public and by our lawmakers who establish our budgets for research funding, we then also can impact dietary quality and people who need healthy food the most. And those are, of course, our most vulnerable people in our population. So the White House Nutrition Conference is about revamping and kind of updating our food assistance programs, but it's also about continuing to invest in nutrition research in the areas of food, diet, and nutrition.
Thank you, Dr. Belury, for sharing your thoughts with us. It was certainly a pleasure to just take a moment to learn more about you and to have had the opportunity to gain these insights from your experiences. We look forward to the year to come under your leadership, Dr. Belury. Thank you.
Thank you.